How you doing, everyone? It's Kevin. I'm back with another video. I'm going to be sharpening a chainsaw today, and I thought maybe I'd give you some tips on how to sharpen your chainsaw. I know a lot of people think once a chainsaw is dull, it's no good anymore. They just throw the chain away and they get a new chain. Well, that's not true. You can sharpen these chainsaws many times, and you don't have to take it to anybody to get it sharpened. All you need is a file and a little handle on your file, and pick them up right at your say like your lawnmower dealer or your chainsaw steel dealer, whoever you go to. You can pick up that file and that handle and save a lot of money. So I'm going to show you a little bit how I sharpen a chainsaw. The first thing you want to do when you get started is you want to mark a tooth, because that's where you're going to start and finish. Just mark one of the teeth. Okay, now we got a marker on there. Now, if you notice, on each one of these teeth, you'll see a line. There's a line right there. And then that's going that direction for that tooth over there. This one here has got a line going in that direction. You can see the little line right there. There's a little line. It's going in that direction right there. You can see the line right below my file. All you got to do is take your file, stick it in there, hold it as flat as you can, and just start filing. And you'll see the edge, you'll see that very edge start to curl up a little bit. When you see that edge curling up a little bit, you're pretty sharp. And I'll tell you, I'm going to be, I'm cutting handles for the knives. I'm going to do a piece of black walnut. I got some black walnut over the heel, and I'm going to try to cut it with this chainsaw long way. So I need a decently sharp chainsaw. So, and that's pretty sharp. And there's not much to it. Now, once you get this sharp, you could take that down pretty far on here. You can file that a good long time. But if you go down too far, this is what they call your dog. You can see this pointy thing sticking up right here. There's a pointy thing right there. You want to take a little Dremel tool and round that dog off. And if you round that dog off, that lets that tooth stick up a little higher. You got to watch, because once you round them off, you'll get kickback on your saw. But you can grind them off a little bit, and then you could file your tooth back a little further, so you can get a little further back in there. But if you just keep going, now we marked that tooth right there, so we know where that's going to be the last tooth we do. And just bring it up to your next one, start filing again. You're going to kind of just push back into it. I'm kind of pushing back this way, and down. Just not a lot of pressure. And I'm keeping it in the same angle as whatever that mark is. I want to do the same angle as that mark on that chain. It'd take you a little while, but I'm telling you, when this thing is done, it will cut some wood. And you know, it doesn't, I mean, if you're not doing anything one day, just take all your chainsaws in there and sit down and get them good and sharp. And I knock my saw, I take my file and I tap it on a piece of metal like this, and it knocks all the foulings out of the inside of it. So when you file the next time, you ain't got a bunch of foulings in there. Plugging it up, seems like your file cut a little better. Just keep on going. See, I'm kind of got a little pressure up, a little bit pressure up but down. You can see the tooth move when I do that. And all I have to do is just keep following that edge with that mark right there, and I'll have a good sharp chainsaw. Now I'm going to go ahead and finish this chain up, and then I'm going to take you and show you how this thing will cut when I get all done with it. Now we're all done sharpening the chain. We got it all sharp now. If you don't have a cover for your chainsaw, you should get a cover for your chainsaw. That helps, keeps you from getting cut on the blade, also keeps the blade from getting banged around. Now if we're going to go out and cut a bunch of firewood with the chainsaw, what we want to do is make sure we have the tool to be able to take the blade on and off, just in case something gets caught in there and you need to get the blade off for some reason. You want to make sure you have the tool with you, a file, extra gas, and oil. So we're only going to be cutting one small piece of wood. So I'm not going to take all that with me because I just need a small piece of wood for my knife handles. And so we're just going to basically take the chainsaw and that camera. Let's get to it. Alright guys, okay, pretty windy out here today. I wouldn't suggest being out in the woods. This windy tree could fall on you or anything, but I just need a small piece of this tree limb. So I'm going to go ahead and cut this off and see if I can cut a block out of it. Now we got a nice block of wood. I take this back, take it to my circular saw, and I'll chop this thing up into boards. It's going to work out fine. Well, as you can see, the chainsaw cut really good. Try not to do the cutting in the wind too much, because it wants to blow in your face. As you've seen back there, wind was blowing in my face and everything, but I just needed that one piece of wood, and well, I got it. And a face full of dust. I wanted to tell you guys, when you're sharpening that chainsaw, try not to hit any rocks when you're cutting. You know, cut halfway through the tree or 3/4 of the way, and then if you can roll it over or cut somewhere where it's up off the ground, start on the bottom and cut up on it, you know. So that you don't want to try, you want to try to keep that chain off of any rocks or pavement or anything hard. If it hits a piece of metal or something, 9 out of 10 times if you run across a rock, you're probably not going to be able to sharpen it. So, you know, a good thing is stay away from rocks, keep your blade out of the dirt. You don't want to hit no dirt with it. Don't be cutting roots with it, because that's not going to work. I mean, it's going to dull really fast. Unless you have an old chainsaw chain you want to put on there, then you can cut roots or whatever. But even if you are cutting a root, you should brush the dirt off of it first, because that dirt is like sandpaper and it will dull your blade super fast. So I hope you guys enjoyed the little video there on the sharpening a chainsaw. Hey, don't forget to subscribe, leave me thumbs up, thumbs down, or a comment if you'd like. Till next time.